Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do more reading, but I'm going to use a new deck. I have it's called the Golden Black Cat Tarot, and I'm going to pull some cards. Today I got some wonderful news. I got the results back for my citizenship test, and I passed with flying colors. I actually aced the test. I got every answer right. 33 out of 33 possible points. I am very, very pleased and I'm very, very happy. I tried to do a couple of videos showing you the actual certificate, but I decided that I really didn't want to do that because I was afraid that, that it would, because it had personal information on it and stuff, and I didn't really want to put that out there. So you just have to take my word for it that I did. I got 33 out of 33 possible points. I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very happy. And yeah, so I'm shuffling these cards. This is the Black Cat Tarot, which I think is like a really cool deck. I kind of played around with it a little bit when I first got it, but then I put it away. It's nice gold edging, but it's huge. It's really big. The cards are really big, and I have to shuffle it. I can't shuffle it in my normal way because they're so big and everything. So I'm just doing like what I see other readers do, just letting the cards just fall as they will and just doing it that way. So I'm going to see how things look for the coming weeks ahead. Specifically for my friends in the States who are kind of dealing with the falling out of the disaster that happened 2 days ago. And I think that what we have going on is a lot of the what people call FAFO, blank around and find out, I guess you could say. I don't like to swear on the channel because I don't know if they're like little ears listening. And I've got lots of teddy bears here, and they like listening, and they're like, yeah, we don't like it when mommy swears. I'm just being cute. But anyway, I'm in a really good mood today. So hopefully that will come over on there. But anyway, so I'm shuffling these cards good. I like these cards. The back of them are very nice big black kitties. So, and these are in German. These are German cards. This is a German deck, or actually, it's a translation. I think the original is in English, but this deck is actually this deck is actually in German. So it's all the suits and stuff in German. And this thing is like acting weird again. Let's see if I can get this to stay up here. Thing seems to have a mind of its own. Okay, so yeah, these cards are pretty big. And they have like the gold embossed sides on them. They're really pretty. So, and so I'm going to see what's going on for this coming week, how things look for us, and it'll probably go into. Dang it! This thing's a pain in the neck. Okay, it'll probably go into current events, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, hopefully this will stay. The camera will stay focused, and everything will be okay. So I'll do one more shuffle here. Okay, yeah. So these cards are really big. So as I said, so okay, because you see my hand here, and these are the cards. So they're about the size of my hand. So, but they're really hard to shuffle because they're so big. But they're really pretty. So. Anyway, this was one of the first decks that I got, and I just thought I would try it out and see if I could like get something with it. I figure if I try out different decks, it might actually help me with learning. And Gilded Tarot needs a little bit of a break, I think. So I'm just going to go with the Black Cat here and see what the Black Cats have to say. Okay, and I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to put this down and I'm going to pull a card. The Nine of Cups. This is what I think it implies is contemplation, and well, you see the cat, he's sitting here on the side of the hill, and you've got all the cups up above him, and there's a bird that's flying into the cups. I tend to see the Nine of Cups as being a pretty good card. it's kind of the prosperity card. It's kind of got something with prosperity in it. And this cat looks like he is, it looks like the bird is flying from the cup. And the cat's just kind of watching him fly away. And then all the other cups are up there. So, yeah, so neun der Kelche is the German for that. So that's the card that we get, and it's crossed with the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is the one that I think is getting ready to go into battle. So you've got some people who are feeling pretty comfortable being crossed by people who are ready to go and fight. So it's kind of a mixed bag here. The underlying energy is the Herrscher, that's the Emperor, I believe. And he's sitting up on the top of his hill within his throne, and he's all happy and everything seems to be fine. But the Emperor is the underlying energy, and that is probably the negativity and all the stuff that's going on that we're kind of faced with and that we're kind of dealing with. And so we're kind of coping right now with everything that's happening and hoping for the best for the best outcome to come. And there's a lot of uncertainty right now, and there's a lot of stuff happening in the world that is not so easy. So, and he's the underlying energy. In the past, we have the Page of Cups. And I think this is like, I feel like that every time I get a page, I always think of the youth. I always think of young people getting ready to go off and do their thing and to make their place in the world, if you will. So this is, I think, the young people getting ready to, and I noticed the sun in the back, and how that kind of signifies the dawn of a new day or something. But at this instance, it looks like the sun is kind of setting, and the cat is looking like he's he's blowing dandelion into the water, and so that's immediate past. Overarching energy is the Ten of Cups. This is a good feeling. This is a good card. This is people actually thinking, yeah, they're going to wake up. People are going to wake up. People are going to realize just how bad all this stuff is, and that maybe in the end effect will be we'll have some happy people because things are finally starting to come full circle and things are starting to happen in a good sense. So I think I take that this card as the overarching energy is a really good sign that things are going to get better and things are going to actually work out. And then we have the Tower card. And maybe that's the fall or the collapse of something that doesn't work, that's no longer serving and no longer working out. And so that is falling, that is collapsing. And maybe the overarching energy of the Ten of Cups is because once this falls, then things may start to get a little bit better and people will start to feel a little bit better about things. The next card is the Five of Coins, or Five of Pentacles, and this is somebody being left out in the cold. I mean, you look at this cat; he's sitting there by himself, where everybody else is in the houses and stuff. So he's on his own, and maybe with the Tower moment, that brings on this Five of Cups or Five of Coins. Sorry, Five of Pentacles that may create some kind of changes or something in the way things are going. How they see themselves is the Page of Swords. And this cat looks like he's trying to be Mr. Big Man on campus here. You know, the big guy holding up the sword, rattling his saber and going, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be good, and everything's going to be great, and we're going to get through it. And I think that this card kind of embodies this whole notion that people are trying to, they're trying to see themselves through, and they're trying to think. And here's the thing is with the Page is that it's a youthful energy, but it's really kind of, in this instance, it looks like immature energy. So immaturity, not really grown up and not really handling the situation as best they could. How others see you is the Ten of Swords. And these are not good cards. I mean, in essence, because I think it's how we are looking at everything that's going on. We are seeing the Tower. We are seeing the Five of Coins, the Tower, all of these things that are creating this kind of horrible situation that we're facing. But it's kind of like the sun is going to come out because we've got this Ten of Cups energy going on, where this is the happy people. This are the people that are in good spirits and stuff. And so there's the hope there. And so, but this is how we see all of them. We see them as falling. We see them as endings and beginnings. And maybe not physically, but we're seeing this in that sense where we are looking at all of this and saying, well, we're going through this energy, we're going through this sort of feel, and we have to kind of figure out where to go from here. But this is the thing, and the outcome is the Hermit, and the Hermit is the isolation. I mean, this looks like, these last 5 cards looks like that they are the cards for what we are regarding, or what we are looking at with regards to what the U.S. government is doing. We're looking at all of this and we're seeing all these things and we're saying, my God, they're isolating themselves, they're isolating the country, and things are not looking good. And that is, the Hermit shines light into the darkness because he's the one holding the lantern. And this cat has the lantern. It's very small. It's a small light. But he has the lantern and he's shining that into all of the stuff that's going on. And the outcome is going to be the light being shined into this situation. So that's what I've got on that. I'm going to switch to the Housewife's Tarot, I think. These cards are... These Black Cat Tarot is a really great deck, but it's it's a little bit more difficult for me to read because then I'm translating everything from German back into English. But I'm going to shuffle these and so that I can put them back in the box. And just tell you that I think that this poll was not necessarily about us, but it looks like what the week may bring for everything. And I think that this is kind of a good thing for us. I think that we are sitting here at this juncture where we are just wondering where we go from here, what happens next, or where things will go next. So I think that this is a really good and a good indicator that things may look bleak right now. Things may look bleak right now, but I think that we are in a position right now where everything is on the verge of change. Things are changing, and things are starting to get a little bit different. So the Housewife's Tarot here. We'll see what we can come up with on the next. I really love this deck. I am having so much fun with it, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I have several decks here, but I don't have, a lot of them are cat decks. They're kind of fun decks, because I collect cat decks because I love cats. But the Black Cat Tarot was actually one of my first tarot decks. This one, and If Cats Ruled the World, it was one of my first decks, and I thought that was like really, really cool. So what can my guides tell me now? With all this energy, all this dark energy that's going on, what can you tell me now with regards to where we are going? And the cards just slipped out of my hand here. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. The Black Cat Tarot, like I said, I don't know how often I'll use it, but I just thought I would give it a try and see what happens. I always get excited when I see readers use like different decks in one reading and see what they come up with. And sometimes they pull like verifiers or cards to verify, what's going on and stuff like that. And I think that's, kind of cool. So what do we have to look forward to in the coming week? Or how are we doing spiritually this week? The cards just decided to play with me here. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. What else can you tell me for this week? Besides that. Okay, I'm not having a good time with these. These cards are like falling all over the place. Let's try one more time. See if I can do this without doing a 78 card pickup here. Okay. Used to say, when I was a kid, we used to, we'd play cards. We'd play this game called Kings Around the Corner, and they would be like from a normal 52 card deck, and we would, and what we would do is we would have, and I don't even remember how to play the game anymore, but we used to play this all the time when I was a kid. And at one point, I was trying to learn to shuffle cards, and the cards flipped out of my hand, and I said something to my mother or to one of my family members, and I said, I said, instead of playing Kings Around the Corner, I guess we're now playing 52 card pickup. So we had to go and pick up all the cards. So what can you tell me about this week? Guides and angels, what can you tell me about this week? What can you tell me about this week? Good? Okay. So the first card is the Seven of Swords. And look at these folks. They look like they're sitting there trying to decide which one they want, but they are, this looks like, I don't want to say chaos, but it looks like that they are trying to determine how to proceed forward, how to proceed. That there's like this little bit of confusion with regards to what's coming next week or what's going to happen in the future. So they're kind of like at that caution point where they're like, well, how are we going to proceed? What are we going to do next? How are we going to get through to the next week, and what's going to happen to us? And it's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. And that is all of the things that are going on in, with regards to I'm drawing a blank. I am completely drawing a blank here. With these two cards, I am drawing a complete blank as far as this week is concerned. I have no idea what this means. You know what? I'm going to toss it and I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go back to my reliable deck and see. Boing. I'm going to go to my reliable deck and see what it can tell me, because right now the Housewife's Tarot is not working, and I'm not sure what the deal is. And I'm not sure how well the Black Cat Tarot worked, but I do know the Gilded Tarot is my deck of choice, and I seem to go back to it more often than not. So let me try it again. Let's try again. Let's just see if we can get the energy flowing and see what we can do. I don't know if other people have had this happen while trying to read. But I have noticed that some readers do say, well, I'm going to go to another deck. I'm going to try another deck because my guides are instructing me to try another deck. And I don't know, something just didn't feel right. The energy didn't feel right with the Housewife's Tarot. So yeah, I'm back on my normal, my Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I love this deck, and I usually tend to do really well with it. We'll try the Housewife's Tarot another time. The Housewife's Tarot is a great deck. I love it, but for some reason, it just doesn't feel like it's working. It's not working for me today. Maybe I'm just too excited because of the German citizenship test and the, all that, maybe that's just something like really, my energy is feeling a lot better than what the cards indicated. I don't know. Kind of hard to tell. But at any rate, so we're going to try it again with the Gilded Tarot. Give me some ideas, guides, please, for what's going to happen this week for us. Maybe not necessarily for the government, but for us. What can we look forward to this week? aside from heat waves and stuff like that. What can we look forward to this week? What can we look forward to this week? Good. Okay. Seven of Cups. Chaos. As if that wasn't enough. We gotta get a little bit of those. We get a little bit of seven of Cups energy. Well, the other card came up that was Seven of Swords, I think. But this is Seven of Cups. This is chaos. This is your disarray. This is your disorder. And it's like we're going to try and make our way through the disorder and see what we can come up with. See what we can do. It's crossed with the Six of Pentacles. This is people asking for money, people wanting something, hands out, wanting some. You've got your chaos, and then you've got your people wanting something. And this could be the people saying, we want our medication, we want our health care, we want our livelihoods. We don't want any more of this baloney that you're trying to pass off. We're worried about all these things. We're worried about the chaos. We're worried about where the next thing is going to come from. Where's our next meal going to come from? Where's our next, how are we going to get through to the next day? What are we going to do? Hands out. I want to know now what you're planning on doing. The underlying energy is the Six of Swords. This is, I call it the Up the River card, but I also, people also say it's like coming out of troubled waters, coming into something new and something different. But this card has so many different meanings. And in this instance, I think that what it is we're looking at what's going on. We're looking at all the chaos, and we're looking at everything that's happening, and we're wanting to come out of that troubled situation. And this is this is the past. This is not the immediate past, but the kind of the distant past, the last few months or so. And that's this feeling of going up the river, like there's just something not good or something not happy coming on and stuff like that. And this is underlying all of the stuff that's going on, is this feeling of impending doom, if you will. But this is in the past. This is stated in the past. This is like, maybe in the future, when I get to the cards for the future, this won't be applied as much anymore, because this is how we were in the past. In the immediate past, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the uncertainty. This is we don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. We're not really certain. We can only spin the wheel and hope for the best. The overarching energy is the Page of Cups. This is the youthful energy. This is the young person who is trying something new, who is wanting to do something new and wanting to experience something new, and hoping that that new thing will be what will manifest for the people. And this is also the youthful energy. I think this is like the AOCs of the world, the people who are really, the young people who are really smart and with it, and that aren't looking at the world necessarily through an overly, they're not looking at things through an overly naive point of view, even if it doesn't imply a little bit naivete. I think that this is kind of the young people stepping up to the plate and wanting to do something, and just waiting and seeing what's gonna happen. In the immediate future, you have the Eight of Swords. A lot of people are doing this. They are binding themselves. They are completely overshadowing themselves with worry. And the thing is when you do that, you manifest worry. Worry manifests the negative things that could happen. And what you have to do is you have to try and not worry. And you have to put things, what they say in unity is they say, put it in God's hands. Let God take care of it. Let God take care of you. Let your community take care of you. Lean on the community, lean on the people. And a lot of intuitives are saying the same thing. Go to your community. Talk to the people in your community. Let your community help you. You help your community will help you. And then you won't feel like you're in that tied up or bound position. But keep in mind too that a lot of the times with this person, She's got her eyes covered and she's got her hands bound, but her hands are loosely bound. That means that she could choose to not continue along that path. So she could basically unbind herself and make her way through. The next card is the Five of Wands. This is the Brawl card. This is the chaos. This is people fighting against each other. And what I see with this card is perhaps maybe not necessarily the hillbilly brawl card like David and Gary mentioned, but I think that maybe what this card actually implies is that the people are finally getting tired of being manipulated. They're getting tired of being treated like the village idiot. They want change. And they're willing to fight for that change. And I think that that's what this card kind of implies. There's a lot of chaos involved. There's a lot of uncertainty involved. But there's also that sense of we have to fight for our rights because nobody else is going to do it for us. We depended on the judiciary to do it. They're not helping. We're depending on the Congress to help. They're not doing nothing. They're just making things worse. And, and like the Supreme Court, the same. They're just making things worse because they have just been like sitting on their fists, leaning back on their thumbs, not doing anything. And so this is now the people are just really, they've had it. They're just really at the end of their rope when it comes to this. And this is that energy, that French Revolution energy that I mentioned in another reading. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing happening. How others see you is the Two of Swords. And I think this is like the choice. This is the choice that everybody has. Do we continue along this path that we're on, or do we take a new path? And this is where you are put in a position where you have to choose. You have to make up your mind, and you have to follow through with whatever it is that you decide to do. How the world sees you is the King of Pentacles. This is how people look at the U.S. from beyond, from outside of the U.S. People in Europe, people in Canada, or probably, I know people in Europe do. What they see is the guy, the fat cat sitting on the throne in the White House, snarfing cheeseburgers and, just doing for himself. That's what they see. And that's what we're seeing here in Europe. And do people want that? No, they don't. They don't. And at this point, they're willing to fight to keep it from happening. Final outcome, Page of Wands, the youth. Again, the youth, the young people. This is your future. This is their future. This is the future of the young people. And this is their choice. They will have to take a stand. And some may be naive about it, and some may be strong and willing. But what it means is that people have to make their decision. Where in history do you want to stand? Do you want to stand with this guy? Or do you want to look it up and say, okay, I'm going to make a choice? It's all entirely up to you. What choice do you make? This is where we are. I'm going to pull one more card just to see what else we can construe from all of this. Four of Swords, readiness. He's ready. You're ready. People are ready. They're ready for a change. They want something new. Nine of Pentacles, prosperity. They want the prosperity. They want to have the things that they deserve. They want to have what they feel like they deserve. And prosperity, not riches necessarily, but the security, the knowing that all will be well and that they are able to continue with their life the way it is and not be afraid and not have to be afraid of what tomorrow is going to bring. The Devil. They want to defeat this energy. This energy needs to be defeated, and they want to defeat it. And people are determined to defeat it. When you look at this card, and you see them fighting amongst themselves. This is called divide and conquer. But in this instance, what I see is them fighting the powers that be, fighting this energy, fighting against it, trying to overcome it. And finally, the Nine of Swords. Sleepless nights, worry. I mean, no matter what you decide to do, the worry and the concern is still going to be there. It's still going to be there. And basically what you have to do is you have to say, okay, it doesn't matter. What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? This is what we are. This is where we are right now. What do I have to lose? Next card I get is the Six of Wands. And look at all the people that are turning away from this guy. They're not cheering and supporting. This is like a false illusion of victory, a delusion of victory. We're all worried. But they are sitting there with this deluded idea that they are victorious. Chariot. Nothing more to be said. Okay. So, yeah, the Chariot, I'm not sure what this exemplifies, but I've always felt that this card was really, that there's some kind of phoniness to it with regards to it. Let me just grab the book and I will see what the book says to close this out here. The Chariot. A woman rides upon a chariot formed by two sphinxes of opposite color, symbolizing opposing forces. She is dressed in opulent clothing and a large symbol of the sun, a powerful omen that rests above her. And yet we see no movement. The chariot in its current state is going nowhere. Where are the reins to steer this Where are the reins to steer this vehicle? The woman appears preoccupied, glancing to the side instead of focusing on the road ahead. There's a great deal of potential shown in this card, but the end result depends upon the effort expended to make it a reality. The Chariot is a card of triumph, though not without effort. It informs you that self-discipline will be required, but if you can master this, then victory can be achieved. It signifies qualities required to succeed over any obstacle that lie ahead. Self-discipline is the key, together with focus and perseverance. That seems to be the hope there. You persevere. You continue down the path you're on. You hold in the light the idea and the notion that things will change, that things will get better, and you stay strong. And that will see you through to the next day. Yeah, that's a lot of information to take in. Oh, and at the base of the card, we got the Tower again. We had it in the Black Cat Tarot. Now we got it here. So yeah, so that is the current state of things that I've got in the coming week. And I think that we will see some changes happening. This astrologically, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of things that are going to happen. So I hope that it will be soon that things start to change, because I think that people deserve it. And with that, I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. I am running a little bit late today getting the video up, but I was going to do meditation, and then I just got so excited about the mail when the mail came, and I knew I couldn't concentrate on that. So I'm going to just read cards when I feel motivated to read cards, and today I felt kind of motivated. The readings were not as perfect as I'd hoped, but I have to say that trying with the Cat Tarot and then trying with Housewife's Tarot, that was kind of a fluke, and I'm not really sure how well that went. But I do know that the Gilded Tarot does work for me very, very well, and so I'm really happy with it. So, but this is me learning, and I'm loving learning. So, and it's fun. It's fun to learn, and it's fun to try it out and see where it goes from here. But I'll try the Housewife's Tarot again at another time, and I'll do that Black Cat Tarot at some point too. So I've got several decks, so I can try different ones. But anyway, hope you have a great day. Yeah, take care, stay hydrated, and I'll talk to you again soon. And as always, namaste.